Oh, he's over here. In by my box, probably. Don't dare come up this side of my fucking PC. Not right now, he won't. He's in a bit panic mode. Could be in behind this. I don't know.
Well, I've done it.
You hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it.
Hey?
You got it.
You got it?
Got a Windows.
We.
Look at it, it's awful. It doesn't know what to do.
What are you running it off?
500 gig mechanical.
Oh, nice. Fair enough.
It was the only thing I could find. It was just sat there, and I was like, "Oh, yes, you're not plugged in, so I'm obviously not using you right now." So whatever was on it, fuck it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know that it was probably a backup of my images and music partitions, but they're still alive. So
Yeah.
it's not like I could really need that drive right now. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I don't want to be using that drive in the slightest, but for the moment, if it boots Windows, it gives me the chance now to plug in all the other drives and make sure that they are okay.
Yeah.
Because then at least I know it is that drive that it is just that drive that is faulty. Which has blown my mind for myself, because at the end of the day, it's interesting that the operating system died, not the drive, sorry, not the actual operating system, just sort of like me being able to tell Windows to reinstall all over it. If that drive is plugged in, I cannot boot my system.
Right.
So
Yeah, sure. Right.
it's very, very, very confusing. There's something obviously that the drive is doing pre-OS that is obviously then confusing the shit out of whatever. I honestly don't know, but at least I know where the error is. Do you know what I mean? I've got an operating system. I just now need to get Steam installed, get my Steam library to play something, and as long as I can play something, that makes me healthy again. Because I've even moved my fucking graphics card. I've taken it away from the top bench up there, so we're not even gonna see it. Can I have a torch? No, I can't have a torch in Discord. It's like, fuck you! But yeah, so I moved it from a PCI slot up and over just in case it was that. Because I was literally panicking that my graphics card had enough of it. So yeah. Spend some money on a new drive, I suppose. That'll be it, hopefully.
Yeah, man.
So the game is now
That to me did look like a fucking failure. I was like, shit.
Mate, like I've said to so many people today, because of the way that the last few days have gone, I was in no mindset to be trying hard to think about it.
Yeah.
That day one was like, oh my god, you've just died on me. What do I do with you now? And then it was repeatedly trying this, that, and the other, booting from different devices, nothing absolutely working, and just getting the same stupid little white lines going across the screen.
Yeah.
That I said to everybody that I have just slowly started unplugging everything from mouse, keyboard. There was one point where I'm trying to press F2 to get into the BIOS and it wasn't working for 3 attempts before I realised that I haven't got the fucking keyboard in.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And that's why that's not working. My mind had literally just died on me. Just slowly taking everything and absolutely everything out to see the Windows, like, welcome to pre-installation of Windows. I was like, that's really, you put a massive smile on my face, but you haven't proved to me yet where the issue is. Because at the moment, obviously I've taken the fault out. I've just got to find where the fault is. And of course, just going through these two here.
Do you have like a shitty laptop that you can plug them into?
SATA wise, no.
Yeah, sure.
But because because this was my Windows drive and my data drive,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it was the 120 gig there that I had as my Windows drive, and then like the 2 or 3 terabyte underneath.
Yeah.
So if it is just that as the replacement, then fine. But because I've currently just got the mechanical in, I'm now gonna plug it. Well, fuck it. I might as well plug in that bad boy up there because I'm pretty sure the top one up here is my Steam library. It's like, just lift
Are you
it up
streaming in
away.
chords?
Oh, that's the TV
Yeah, you are.
port. That wasn't looking right.
You're
Oh,
live
yeah,
on YouTube.
Whilst I'm trying to do stuff, sorry.
That'll be it.
That's YouTube tight. Okay, cool. Try it. So you go into there, please. And then sit there. You you don't reach now. Okay, fine. Right. You can just lay down for a minute because at the end of the day, if I just find out drives are working, then I'll be happy. But that game of keys. So beep in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. It's good when you know your machine, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then just hoping for the Windows to show its little loady icon, which it sometimes does, sometimes it doesn't. You know, it depends on the speediness of the machine. Oh, but it's mechanical now, isn't it? So of course I'm going to see it.
Oh, fucking hell, for once your stream's coming through on the PC.
My screen keeps doing weird things, so I don't know what you're actually getting to see.
It looks pretty smooth so far.
Yeah, cool. It says it's transferring it to an Xbox. I honestly don't know what's going on. Yeah, and now my screen's gone and translated over to something else. And now I'm getting a window browser. What's going on? Login.live.com. Sure.
I don't know.
That looks good to me. Yeah, cool. And then, because I've given it a password now, it'll probably want me to do like a 4-digit PIN later as well. So, oh, you want to use a PIN code? It's like, I don't.
Oh, you're not streaming anymore.
Yeah, no, it keeps transferring to Xbox. So, voice transfer failed. Transfer to console timed out.
I can see it now.
What?
Your Discord.
Well, my screen, my stream of my monitor.
Yes.
Yeah, no, okay. I didn't know if you'd somehow managed to get connection to an Xbox somewhere around the house. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, have this.
Up,
Yeah, have this drug. It comes formatted anyway. You got to download the Xbox fucking OS.
Screen now.
Such a fucking wind up. I've just spent 500 quid on my Xbox. Yeah, let's get it home, get it plugged in.
Yeah. Sorry, we will release the console with no OS.
Pretty much, mate. Just get a hard drive and some plastic.
Yeah.
If I knew the direct route to whatever, all I'd need is hard drive and some plastic. I could make me own.
So on this PC, I have my Windows drive now and a 1 terabyte solid state drive with my Steam library on it and Call of Duty. Yeah, that'll do for now, won't it? I'll just leave
Cool.
it like that. I'll get it well, I'll get it, because obviously at the moment it has no fucking clue what's going on, because just the way I want to get it up and running. I'm gonna go have a smoke. Because that's the wrong drive, that doesn't have my drivers on it. Which is no problems, because it just means I gotta plug in the USB and get it all downloaded. But if I'm gonna be online, it'll probably be tomorrow to play a game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because although, I mean, depending on what you're up to, I'm not working tomorrow, so I will be up all night playing this. So
Yeah.
it'll only be literally 20 minutes to get it all up and running again, because it's just drivers and I've got all my Steam library ready. So
Loot.
yeah, it shouldn't be too long. So apart from my sound driver's not working right now, because that's the way it is, I've always noticed that. Yeah, I'm semi-stoked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I keep wiggling my mouse, but of course it's not plugged in yet. Nothing's plugged in. But yeah, so glad that I didn't have to go through looking for a motherboard, because that was my biggest concern. I don't know if let me get a torch. You see these two square things? Oh, can you see my stream?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what's happening. No, I'm getting what's going on now. Right. Let me just read. These two here.
Yeah.
The two big squares.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's not showing on me, but you can see that.
Yeah.
I can hear them whining because they are coils, and every time it was going from like no OS to loading an OS, they keep making little peaky noises. Like you can hear them go. And I was like, okay, I feel like that's normal, but because it's happening exactly when the errors are arriving, does it mean that my motherboard's fucked? No, is the answer. It means that one of my solid state disks has gone twatty, and
Right.
yeah, that's it. So interesting. 120 gigs gone. Glad it wasn't the fucking 3 terabyte.
I was going to say that's not a lot.
No, it's not a lot, but it was when it was a solid state drive, you know.
True,
Especially
yeah.
being at your prime operating system as well, you know. Like, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to notice a lot of grief tonight when playing my games and such, because I'm going to be not expecting latency in things. I know that, so it'll be funny to see me get shitty over a slow PC when I know exactly what the problem is. That it's my fault because I'm using a mechanical drive. But otherwise, how's Sylvester? I mean, do you think he is getting better, or do you think?
So the vet said a week, but I want to do it in like 3-4 days because I don't want to just prolong it for me as well. If he doesn't start walking again in 3 or 4 days, then we'll put him down. But we'll see.
No.
Hello?
Yeah, not a clue what happened there.
Alright.
I was going to say about Sylvester.
Yeah. The vet said do a week of this antibiotics, but we're thinking more like 3 or 4 days rather than like prolonging it.
Oh no! Really? Say that again.
The vet said do it for a week, but we want to do 3 or 4 days.
What? Cleaning him? Or...
No, just looking after him, but if he doesn't make any progress, then put him down.
Yeah. It's horrible to say, isn't it? But when a cat loses its back legs,
It's
there's
not, yeah.
quite a lot in it.
I know he's friendly and stuff, but
yeah. Because like you see people like make little back wheels for them and stuff like that.
that's fine if you're in America on a flat land everywhere. But
Yeah, no, exactly. And also the factor that your cat wants to jump around and do things.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say? And also, you'll still have to clean the farm and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Well, that one's easy with the nappies.
Yeah.
Still no life for a cat.
No, that's right. So I'm sorry to hear that, Alex. It is a shame.
Yeah, it
So
is, yeah.
I hope she does get better, because there's nothing worse than having to say things like that, is it?
Yeah.
That my cat's poorly and due to malicious attack. Not that
Fuck knows
it
what
was
it was.
malicious by a person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, let's just hope it gets better.
Yeah, innit? Spend some time with him. We are going to sit with him and like move his legs about and stuff to like prompt him to get used to it again. But if he just doesn't bother, or just like you've got to watch him, if you know what I mean. You got to look at his eyes, see what he wants to do, and you know.
I think because my brain is so up and down at the moment. I mean, have you watched last Star Trek?
Not yet.
I cried at that as well. Yeah, I cried at the last one as well. I think it's just a problem with me and fucking family figures. I think more than anything else. When your dad says, "I'm proud of you," I just break. I've never heard that. That yeah, just even just thinking about Sylvester sort of like really pushes me on the edge at the moment, because you know
that's
it's
completely
never
unfair. That sort of thing's completely unfair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You know, it shouldn't happen to an animal like that.
That's nature for some reason.
Yeah.
When God turned the animals wild.
Sorry. Sorry, what did you say?
When God turned the animals wild.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to finish, so enjoy it a second.
Yeah.
I've got horrible solid. Although I said thank you to Gillen, I said I'm probably going to just smoke this as a placebo effect at the moment, because it might work, it might not, but because my head is so orientated to why the fuck is my machine not working, I don't think I'm really paying too much attention. And now I've got an OS loaded, I feel a lot more calmer, because as of last night, I mean, the worst thing is my motherboard is so unique because it's a Dell Alienware motherboard that if I was to buy a new motherboard for it, it's not like you can just go and get like an ASRock or an MSI board. The architecture that my processor is, no company, as in for standard civilians, did it. It all seems to be server class. And every motherboard that I found for it, they all looked generic, and they were all named very, very weird names, which was really, really putting me off. Like, my mindset was like, well, maybe I shouldn't be going this far yet, because the things I'm looking at don't even look right. The more I looked into it, yeah, it's basically because no company did it. They manufactured these motherboards for these processors and such. But the RAM placement, I had 6 channels, 2 to the left, 2 below it, and 2 to the right of it, or I had 3 channels, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 below it, which, okay, I've now found other motherboards that do that, but I've never seen them do that before, sort of thing. That I was like, yeah, no, everything's telling me don't buy stuff. So I decided not to, or like look at how much it was going to cost me, because that was putting me off as well, sort of thing. you know, looking at fucking RTX cars, I'm like, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
But if I have to, then fine. But
Especially that you've got a 4K monitor. It's worth it.
Yeah, yes, indeed. I would definitely notice every game quite happily running 90 frames. It's kind of annoying that Minecraft has to have nothing running in the background to get 90 frames.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder why sometimes, but obviously if I've got 14 out of 16 gigs used, I suppose if I have Chrome loaded in the background, it's going to get upset with memory management maybe, so it could be that too, but yeah. And of course, I was also thinking, maybe it is my graphics card, because like the way COD had been crashing in the last couple of days, the way that my system was becoming very weird, do you know what I mean? And I was starting to get dubious as to where the issues were.
Yeah.
And then for her to die on me there and then, I was like, oh, was it your year of death, was it? 6 years?
Yeah.
7 years, sorry. I was like, well, you have done well, but I wasn't expecting you ever to die.
It's got to be like a decade always, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's right. I was expecting at least 10, 12 years out of
Yeah,
there.
that's what you usually get.
That's right, yeah. Because the components last forever. Unless... I mean, you've seen the video of Electro Boom and Linus electrocuting themselves whilst touching the PC. You know, and that's what put me off, because I was like, there's nothing I've done wrong, surely. Because nowadays we're in a static environment, you know what I mean? That they should be safe, no matter what goes on around you. But yeah, I'm just trying to get over it. You know what I mean? Now I've been such a fanny all day as well, because like people are like, oh, how are you? Because like they know what's been going on with Megan, they know what's been going on with Grandma. I'm like, I'm fine. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, my PC's fucking died now. And Lucas knows me, and I said to him, you know, that's basically my life now. My life's gone from me a minute. He's like, I know what you mean. I was like, I'm glad you do, because like that's why I've said it to you, because you're as much as a gamer and a user, as it were, as well as I am. So you know what it's like when you can't go back to do the things that you would like to do. You know, it was really weird yesterday just having a room dead. You know, there's no sound coming from my room whatsoever when I walk into it. It's like, yeah. There's no life in here at the moment. Did you say you were streaming?
Yeah.
Were you streaming?
No Man's Sky.
Oh right, that's what. Yeah. I couldn't twig what it was straight away.
It's not often when I put it into it.
Yeah, because I looked at it and then Kai was like, I don't know what that one is yet. I'll come back to it. Oh, I don't know why I picked out this phone to use as my main phone for a minute. I picked out the little Huawei, but of course it's so poorly. you tend to forget the differences of.
It's been battered by the US government.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't want to work.
It's quite a few years old now, so because of all the new features and all the applications and stuff, it's chunking quite a bit now. I mean, just scroll through YouTube, it's hilarious to watch it try. I can't actually click the YouTube button to show. Oh, I've got to click subscriptions, is it? Third minute, there you go. Street Fighter 6. God, I wouldn't even consider trying to get this on the mechanical. Like, even though I know that I could, like, load it to an SSD, I know that it would be my mechanical still trying to discuss it. It's a very red system, this round.
We got your
and
nightlight
you're
on.
red.
Hey.
Or is that because of the reflections?
Yeah, it's quite red down here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because you're more white than anything, is it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a white suit.
Would still love to have done this in BNL.
Yep, you know. It'll still be relevant, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
Even in a couple of years, this game will still be relevant.
Yeah. No, that's right. Yeah.
Joe at work started playing it. We still haven't found each other. He's put in my code, but I think we've got to be on the same time. I can't remember how it worked with me and you.
No. Has he? How far is he into the game? Has he met everybody else online?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's met the thing that you
The
can
Nexus.
call in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because I think it's from that point that it will then seed that information to the network. I'm forgetting what it's called again. Yeah, forgetting what it's called. What's that little thing in the bottom left-hand corner? You're streaming another screen or something?
Oh, that was you.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, cool. Let me rewind all that then quickly. I can report it. No, I don't want to report it.
Do it.
Oh, so yeah. Tomorrow now I will watch the launch of Super Heavy. Because obviously now is not the time to do that. But yeah, watching it and just watching it loop. No, actually lies. So when it took off, it didn't take off as straight as I expected. Now,
I thought that.
At first I thought, okay, maybe there's something because it's heavy.
Oh yeah.
Then it took off, and my immediate reaction is, I thought it was going in the other direction. To which then I'm like, nah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe the
Isn't
camera
it?
might,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then some weird plume came out, and the more I looked at the rear of the rockets, there was like this weird star formation in there, and then words come out of like 5 of them aren't working. I'm like, well, okay, stabilization is going to be a problem. Good luck. And then you immediately see the noses spit out their adjustments, to which then it starts banking, and then it's pointing downwards. And I'm like, oh, I thought they were going up a little further before they came down and do their thing.
Well, it hadn't even separated.
Yeah, 222, but my brain hasn't got there. And then it's adjusting itself and it's going back up. And I'm like, oh no, this is fucked then, isn't it?
Yep.
And then of course then on its third cartwheel, I'm like, well, what's happening? Why is it not popping? Surely stress is and tension on that thing going round in a circle. It should have ripped itself in half. And then pop. Like, they go, oh, it's self-destruction. I'm like, well,
No, they detonated.
did they?
Yeah, it's detonation. That's
or
out
did
of
it just go
control.
pop? I mean, if I was Elon, first cartwheel, I'd have been, no, fuck it, done it. Get it gone.
So I was watching it. I went into work early to watch it. And yeah, like you say, very slow takeoff. So thought nothing of it, just whatever. No, I've never seen the thing.
Yeah.
Well, we've never seen it with Starship on the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
And then we get the second camera with a different contrast, and you can see 5 of the engines aren't on. And you're like,
Yeah.
shit. Right, okay. So we're not getting maximum thrust, and they've just powered back up, if you know what I mean. And then
they
you
tried to
start seeing a couple like flamey bits happening at the bottom. You're like, that shouldn't be happening until we
Mhm.
leave the atmosphere, like when it does the
Yeah.
swirly bits. And I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, no, this isn't right. And then they're
Yeah.
like, right, we're doing the main engine cut-off. And I'm like, right, okay. So it cuts off, and they're like, right, now we're doing the stage. And I'm like, yes. And then it does like the second flip, and I'm like, no, no, this isn't it yet. No, that's it. That's not coming off.
Yeah. Because at one moment he goes, "Oh, look at that perfect blue."
Yeah, he said
I'm
that
like,
far
"No, it's
too
not
early.
perfect.
Yeah.
You look at that; it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
It's just spitting out the side."
Yeah, yeah.
And then, yeah, of course, like you say, it just starts pointing downwind. You're like, "Oh, really?
Yeah.
What a shame."
Starship doesn't need to
But-
go that way.
No, that's right. But he's got 2 more ready. When's the next launch? You know.
Yep.
That'll be his next. That'll be his first thought. Right, when can I get the next one in then? Which he probably already knew. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure on when the next one is, but if it is any time in the next like 6 months, I'll be very impressed.
Oh, it will be. Yeah, no,
that's
I
what I'm
feel
saying.
like-
If it is, I will. Yeah, that's what's going to get me now, because we know that he's been just building with no flying.
Yeah.
So yeah, well done.
2 seconds. So of course I'm watching it. So literally as I open up my phone, of course it reminds me there and then that it's live. I'm like, fuck, when was it supposed to have gone off? And literally as I pick it up, there's the flames all the way around like the launch pad. I'm like, oh fuck, it's right now, isn't it? Great. So like rewound it a little bit, got it to like T-minus 6 minutes because I only had 15 minutes for my break.
Oh, so you saw the pause at 40 seconds.
Sorry?
You saw the pause at 40 seconds.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Even then, I was like, nah, it shouldn't have done that. He should have been smooth sailing. That was my first doubt, was the fact that we had to hold it.
True. Yeah, agreed. Which is my mouse cable. Because I'm getting what I come back, I've wiggled my mouse instantly. To which then, yeah, of course, I've got like 130,000 people watching, and within like a minute and a half, I'm down to like. Oh god, don't scare me every time you do that. I think I'll just mute you for now. Yeah, it was just dropping like flies, and I was like, oh well, shit. Okay, that was quick. I thought.
Are we dropping in and out?
For the chat and how it's gone on, but obviously they've seen them. That's it, done and dusted. 20k, 25,000 people just dropping off like flies. Fine. Yeah, I need to then slowly find out the reasons why everybody's just dropped off because they're bored now.
Pardon me.
Right. I'm going to come out of Discord from here because I need this one to use the internet and do everything else. So I'll be back in about a minute and a half or so.
Right.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah, obviously me going through a lot of
They are pretty quiet. Hang on.
stuff. I'm not going to do too many because I will have to go out and buy myself a solid state tomorrow. Because I'm not living with a mechanical, that's for sure. I mean, I'm blatantly going to know a lot of grief tonight.
Check.
And I've forgotten what my Steam password is. Oh, there we go. Oh, now my RT form factor. Is this you?
No.
So use the Steam mobile app to confirm. No, I just dropped it down and clicked a link. Cool. So Steam's doing its thing. Yeah. Steam settings. Steam library folders. And then add my E drive. Cool. Space Engineer, Supreme Commander, Gary's Mod, Farm Manager, other stuff. Yeah, fine. Cool. Library. Library. Yeah, it says like a... It can't fucking handle... That's fine. Straight to the then. Straight to the you should know. It's not an TX40, you idiot. It's a GeForce 900. GTX 980? I'm very sure I have a 980. That's my job. I should know what graphics card it is. Even if it's... Oh my god, look at all that. Hello. That's my chipset. Okay. Display adapters, no. Okay, you have no code because I need to go to... but it is a 980, I know it is, so... I don't want big YG drivers, yeah I do. Okay. Cool. And then we go to dell.co.uk, so that's just a report. Hamburger, support, try and it's an Area 51 R2. It's not that hard. There's only one of them. There's no match. Don't be bollocks. Area 51 search. You just signed in on a new computer. Check whether it's you. Always seems to be the same machine. That's not my homepage. Winamp. It really whips the llama's ass from every direction. Right, what's that? So noticeable. I got this one again tomorrow. Devices. Settings. There's no. There's nothing there. It's somewhere else. Idiot. Did it? I don't have to do it again, do I?
Sorry, I was just petting Sylvester.
Yeah, no, perfectly fine. Getting
Keeps
down
trying
to,
sitting properly because he just doesn't.
no, the cat doesn't.
Literally just drags the back legs and wherever they are. That's
Yeah.
where they be. I'm hoping that they're not like broken or anything, sprained or something. But yeah,
They would have known that then.
and the fact that he was using them yesterday.
Yeah.
Now just yesterday is just a no.
If it was where they say it was, I'm surprised that, yeah, that he's got life in the leg. I know too many cats, or I've seen too many videos of cats that have had the same problems, and they let the cat do its thing because it's still a live animal. It's like
I mean,
yeah,
still got
if
plenty
you've
of
got
life
the
in his
space
eyes.
and place to do that. That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, he's a healthy cat otherwise, isn't it? And
Yeah.
that's the main battle.
But whenever he,
Hard
like,
decision if
I'll
you
just
have
try and
to.
sit him correctly and just like try and prompt him to, you know, this is what we're doing. He's just sat behind me watching. Bless him.
Because if no neurons are going or no connections going to it, he's obviously also not knowing the pain either. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like he's in that pain.
Well, he can feel them. He can feel them apparently.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
She did do a reflex test on him. He responded to it.
Right.
That's what I don't get.
Yeah.
He's just sat behind me waiting for something. So probably more tension. I don't want to give it at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Kind of heart wrenching, really. Oh, this could take a week and a half. I got NVIDIA telling me lies that it's going to take an hour to download one file. I've got Dell telling me it's downloading and installing startup files to just investigate my machine, which is only a like 10, 20 meg file or whatever. But they're just taking forever because I want it done.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize what the time was. Yeah, the doors will be shut, won't they? Okay. Wondering if I can ninja a drink with Susie, but she'll be finished in a minute. Hey you. Where are you going out for a smoke when you get back? I have finished screaming at my PC.
My personal computer.
Managed to get it back.
This is getting
and
very
running.
personal now.
Yeah, just need to spend. What am I saying? 100 quid. Am I going to buy a fucking. See, this is the problem. I don't need it to be big. I just need it to run Windows with ample space. Just need to spend 100 quid on a new drive. Like, any of that means anything to her, I know that. Like, I talk to her sometimes, and she goes, "Look, you're talking Irish." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah."
Oh.
Susie. So access support customization. No, 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 no. No, it's none of that.